Hi there, Aries, and welcome back to Star Lord Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of February 2020. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out in a Celtic cross. Let's see what's going on for Aries. First up, we have the Two of Swords reversed. Crossing you is Major Arcana Judgment in the upright, followed then by the Five of Pentacles reversed. And next we have the Four of Cups in the reverse, and Major Arcana, the Empress, upright, followed by the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And next we have Major Arcana, the High Priestess, upright, followed then by Major Arcana, the Hermit, in the upright. And next we have the Nine of Wands reversed. And your last two cards is the Three of Swords reversed with the Ace of Swords in the upright. So I'm going to go ahead and interpret this read for you. Aries, first of all, for your overall energy, you have that of the Two of Swords in the reverse position. This indicates you are making a decision this month about something. Remember, it's just a general read, so it's going to be different for all of you. But there is something that has been, maybe in a stalemate for you. This could be anything from a relationship to your job situation, finances, health, what have you. There was something that you were just not sure about which way to go, whether to go right, to go left. In the Two of Swords in the upright, this person just doesn't feel they have enough information in order to go and proceed, right? When the card is inverted, however, this is where now we feel we have enough pertinent information to proceed with our plans. We've made a decision, you're moving towards something in particular. Now, the card that's crossing you is Major Arcana Judgment in the upright position. This is crossing energy, which will be sort of waning in and out throughout the month of February. Now, the Judgment card in the upright position can point to a need to make a judgment call on something. Now, for some of you, this could be a situation that returns from the past, perhaps, and you have to go through a review, or it could be a relationship or a situation that you thought was done and dusted. It resurfaces, and this is where the judgment call comes in, because this is where we always have free will. We can say yay or nay, and it was nice to see you again if this is a person that returns, and we don't really want to continue on a relationship with them. So this is where you might have to make a judgment call on that. Same thing could be for a work situation or a career situation. Something from the past could be returning. For others of you, this could point to a huge spiritual awakening, something that just kind of, again, it's waning in and out throughout the month. So there could be periods where you feel a great spiritual transformation taking place. Now, in your past, this is something that could have happened a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. We do see the Five of Pentacles here in the reverse position. This is good news for those of you who perhaps felt left out in the cold or abandoned by someone. When the Five of Pentacles is in the upright position, that can definitely point to that. But when the card is inverted, this is where we either let someone back in the fold, or they let us back in the fold, a group of people it could represent, or just an individual. We also see the Judgment card here. So for some of you, this is what's going on. For others of you, this could be good news on your financial front. Perhaps in the Five of Cups in the upright, this is where we can be concerned about our resources and do we have enough to carry on to get through what we need to get through. When the card is inverted, however, this can represent a good break in a financial situation. Now, coming out of the month of January, moving into February, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse position. And the Four of Cups in the upright position is where we're feeling a little bit ho-hum, a little bit of emotional disconnect, and it could be for several reasons, because our minds are not on the emotion right now. It's because we're perhaps preoccupied with health, finances, work, that kind of thing, or a project. When the card is inverted, however, this can represent we're no longer in that emotional disconnect or that emotional apathy any longer. Something has jump-started our emotions. Perhaps we're feeling a little bit more like getting out and socializing a bit, because this can point back to the Three of Cups in the upright. Now, that energy gives way in the early part of January to Major Arcana, the Empress in the upright position. The Empress is, she's very, very confident. This could represent another person other than yourself, someone external to you. It could be a boss. This could be a friend, a family member, someone who's in a position to aid you, help you. The Empress is someone who's shows a lot of concern, compassion, caring, understanding towards your plight. So this could be definitely someone you're dealing with, but this could also be you embodying the energies of the Empress. She's very, very abundant. This can represent sometimes a mother or mother figure, perhaps, that you're dealing with. But if it's just you, maybe this is you being very motherly towards other people and showing a great deal of compassion, and feeling really abundant. Very good, strong energy, and very confident as well. Look at the yellow in the card for the solar plexus. Now, around the middle of the month, we do see the Seven of Swords here in the reverse position. Seven of Swords upright. This can represent a lot of avoidance, sneaking around, somebody being sneaky, that type of energy. When the card is inverted, however, we're no longer avoiding a situation or a person, because sometimes we can be trying to avoid someone because we don't want to deal with them. And vice versa. So energies can go both ways. But when the card is in the upright, yes, that's definitely something like that is going on, or somebody's being really sketchy, really sneaky. When the card is inverted, this can point to somebody being exposed. Like if they were being sneaky towards you, this could show now that, you know, the thief gets caught type of energy. Or this could be representative, like I said, of no longer avoiding. Perhaps this situation from the past where there was abandonment and this resurrection here for some of you. This is you just sort of dealing with it head on around the middle of the month, just facing the situation. Now, this is how you're going to be feeling internally, not necessarily the face you show to the world, but we do have the High Priestess here in the upright position. This is good energy to have for your base feeling internally. You're going to be tapping into your intuition big time this month, and I feel you need to do so. With all these intense cards around you here, you are going to be needing to rely on your intuition, your gut feeling, Aries. Just feel like the High Priestess and just go into intuitive knowing. If you do any spiritual practices, then I would advise you do a lot of meditation, or just sort of quietening your mind and getting to the bottom of things, because the High Priestess knows that there's things going on that they need to be aware of, but however, there's no one outside of the High Priestess that can tell them the information. It has to come from within, and that's the most valid information you're going to get. Is going to come from your own instinct, your own intuition. Aries generally have great instincts, so tap into that this month, Aries. And your people and environment, we do have the Hermit here in the upright position. This is the Virgo card. Some of you may be involved with the Virgo this month, but if not, this could be someone in your environment or how people are looking at you. The Hermit represents a need to go within, maybe spend some solitary time reviewing, researching something. So perhaps you guys could be feeling kind of like in hermit mode in the month of February. Perhaps you're going within, just trying to do some meditation, some research, and figure things out on your own. And this is probably your own energy and how people are viewing you. If not, you could be dealing with somebody like that. Now, your hopes and fears position, we have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse position. The Nine of Wands in the upright, this is the Wounded Warrior card. This is where we have fought many challenges on a particular subject, and we're ready to fight again if we should have to. When the card is inverted, this generally points to peacetime. So it could be some of you, Aries, are hoping for peace, this peace and quiet this month, perhaps so that you can go within, do some research. Some of you could be, because this can point back to the Eight of Wands in the upright position, maybe you're hoping to do a lot of communication back and forth. This would definitely fit for any of you who are studying very hard with your school situations, your university or what have you, your courses. Maybe you're just kind of going within, trying to take some time alone so you can get your things finished and wrapped up before the springtime, before Aries season. And the last card that wraps up, the last two cards here, because I pulled two cards now at the end, to wrap up the reading, and this is towards the end of the month. We do have the Three of Swords here in reverse, paired up with the Ace of Swords in the upright. Three of Swords in reverse points to emotional healing or healing from a disappointment, sorrow, sadness, loss, that kind of thing. So there could be a certain level of healing for some of you going on. And the Ace of Swords is here to let you know, Aries, that there is clear-cut communication, maybe a new way of communicating for you yourself. Perhaps you're learning how to communicate differently, more effectively. This can represent the sword of victory as well. So perhaps you will have a victory in this decision that you're making when you come to your clarity. So that is your reading, Aries. I hope it helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.